Hello everybody, welcome back to TechKingGames once again, and today we're taking a look at a new contraption I have. Not sure what to call it yet, whatever the title of the video is, that's probably what it is, but it's a kind of class selection system, or kit selection system, whatever you want to call it. So say you're going mining and you want, your diamond pickaxe, you want your iron armor, and you want your iron sword, and you probably want, let's see, what else do you get with mining? I don't know, you want food. Or you are going farming and you want, your hoe, you want your dirt, you want your water, you want your seeds. That can be another class, and so on and so forth for different classes. Or you can say, I want my diamond class, or my diamond kit, or whatever, my iron, chain, gold, leather, and this can be used for like a base for survival, or it can actually be used in a map, either way. And so basically the way it works, it's really simple. You select which class you want, so let's say I want green, and green right now is iron, so I click that, and do some stuff, and eventually this light will actually come on saying, hey man, the green stuff is ready. Once the green stuff is ready, we can then go ahead and step inside. Now, this is actually not all you have to do. You actually have to press this button to activate these top 3 dispensers. Unfortunately, now there is actually 2 items within them. It's actually from the last round. I'll show you guys in a second here. So if I go ahead and step in here, and I click on it, you'll see that I get dispensed my items now. Obviously, the items from the last round are actually still in there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab them once again just so that the dispensers are empty. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose the diamond one this time. You'll see that it will light up within a few seconds here. Once it's lit up, we can then go ahead and walk inside here and get equipped with all our armor, and we are ready to go, and the light will turn back off. Okay, we can also do it for the gold iron once again, I'm sorry. It will do that. Come on. Come on. And then we go ahead and walk back inside, and we're all suited up and ready to go. So that is the interface part of it, and over here is our stocking room. Now the colors in here correspond to the colors out there. Fairly simple. And so from within here is where you put all your diamond helmets, or your one item within a class. Here's where you put the other item for a class. And in here is where you put in the last item for a class on this side. Actually, I could probably patch these up, or whatever. But, you know what I mean. This is just kind of for looks. And then the rest of the items are all stored on this side, just to keep it most compact as possible. Red being over here, so the boots are there, and then you've got your sword and pickaxe. And same thing for iron. And yep, that's pretty much how that all works, and it's all color coordinated. You can coordinate it really however you want to, and you can use them for anything you want. But that's kind of how I did them. Now, the actual size of one of these buttons is mainly 3x3. You'll see these are the towers, and you'll see that it is a 3x3 area. Actually a 2x2, I apologize. So it is a 2x3 area for one individual tower. If you do not include the fact that you actually have a double chest thing, like if you cut off this, it'd be it. If you want the double chest, then obviously it's going to be 5x2. Tall is as many items as you need. I need 6 dispensers, so it's this tall. Really, it just depends. And the amount that it is wide just depends on how many buttons and classes you want to have. And at that point, it just gets really modular, and you just copy. You notice these aren't actually filled because I didn't feel like filling them. And so basically how the system works is when you come down here. Oh, there's also per module. There's also this little thing that sticks out at the ends here. So if you don't include that, it's 3x2. If you do, it is actually 2x1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not including the input. 7 if you include the input. And actually, this is actually too deep here because this is a piston. So basically what happens is when you press this button here, this is good power. Powering this, it will send the pulse through here, but it also activate this piston, which will turn it off and basically be a 1-tick pulse, which will only allow one item to pass through here. Basically, these torches are holding these hoppers at bay from taking any more items. When it pulses real quick, the items have enough time to pass into this hopper, and then down over into the dispensers that they're set to. Now, pretty much all of them do this. This one does it here, then right into here, and they're all a little bit different on how they get it. But once you get it in here, you can actually just put each individual one back into the system. This over here is just checking for once the last item. This is the longest line. So once this item gets put into the dispenser, then the comparator will go off, which will activate this line right here, and it'll turn the light on. Then you step in here, obviously, and you get your items. Now, I couldn't really think of a great way to actually power the top ones with the pressure plate as well, so you have to kind of jump in and press the button at the same time. So that is pretty much that, and let's take a look at how to build it now. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are here for the build now. Everything you see in my inventory is all you're going to need to build it, besides the pressure plate for activating the dispensers towards the end. So we're going to begin by having our power supply. I recommend a button and or a pressure plate. A lever will actually work, but then you have to worry about having to deactivate it, so really is no need. So you're going to have your power source here, have redstone dust, and repeater here. Goes into this piston block on top, and then a repeater with 4 ticks of delay into a block. This basically is going to give us a quick 1-tick pulse that will allow only one item to pass through the hopper. From here I'm going to create my hopper line real quick, and you'll see that we have this here, and we can have the chest here. Double chest if you prefer. You don't actually have to have it be a double chest. Now from here we're going to build up. 1, 2, there's our second one, then we're going to have a third one here, and it's going to build up like this. Now there actually should be one more of these, like so, and basically, actually wait, I'm sorry, you, then you, okay. So now basically how you're going to do this is very simple. You're just going to place can't remember the name, the hoppers on the side of these here. And then you can of course place your chests here accordingly, put what you need, and make them double if you want this one going out this way. Then you're going to go ahead and we need to create our hopper system, or our dispenser system, I'm sorry, for the items. Now this can be created pretty much right around here. So we're going to have the first one go into, actually I'm going to do it here because we do want to get that LED, or not LED really, but that status light availability. And I'm also going to place an additional dispenser, which was not actually included in the original video. However, I decided why not include it. So this is a dispenser that will go on top and can allow for one more additional item, because as you will notice we actually did build 7 chests because I didn't include that chest in the original show-off showcase. So for the first ones it's fairly easy, very simple. You're just going to basically do that with the bottom one, and the bottom one is done. Now for the next one it's a little bit trickier, not a big deal. It's going to, from the top of the dispenser here, go up to here, and then from here going to go into here. Now you're going to make sure that this hopper is actually pointing downwards. I just placed it that way just so I could place it for temporarily usages. So now the next one we're going to actually supply is this one right here. Supplied very simply by doing this, then building up a little bit, then a little bit over to the side, and this one facing down once again. So now we've got 3 of our dispensers hooked up and being powered properly. Now this next one we're actually going to be using this chest for. Whoopsie. We're going to be using that chest for, because we want this one to be hooked up to that one right there. So this one's actually going to go here real quick just because I can finish this off fairly simply without too many issues. This one goes like that, and did I do one too low? Yeah, I did. Okay, 1 second. Sorry, guys. So, this comes out to here. Bam. Then break that and make sure it's pointing down as well. Next one is going to be, this one goes up just a bit, just so that we can get it up above this. make sure there's not anything there, because otherwise it will take your items, and we don't want that. Then that into there, and that is that one done. Now all we need is actually the last row, and then we're all good. So to do the last row, you just bring this up. Now I do realize that this is indeed this is indeed a lot of dispensers or hoppers. So unfortunately, yeah, it's a lot of dispensers. Or why do I keep on saying dispensers? A lot of hoppers, and would require a lot of iron. So I do not recommend that you do build this within regular old survival. Maybe you can do survival, but build this part in creative, because it is kind of just a extra thing. It doesn't really help you too much in any way. Although I do find it pretty dang cool. Alrighty, so now we have pretty much all of our chests being not powered, but supplied, or being supplies. So now pretty much, if I put any one of these into chests here, and then I press the button, we will get all of the items into here. Then we have this here, and then we can put the pressure plate down right there. Now if we wanted to add a second one, it would be super simple. We'd recreate this to here. Then what we would do is we would have something a bit like this. Just going to build it up here for you guys to see. Fairly modular, and they don't actually take up too much space. So there's that, and what you would do is just from there have these on every single other one, and then you would have basically like this, and then like that, and then you have your chest here. Super simple. So then, of course, you would have a hopper here, which actually would be supplied by here. Then your hopper, and then your chest on top. And so basically all you're doing is you're just running this along and copying this for every single one. So along here, and then like, oh, sorry, this is going all over the place here, and then like that. And of course, like I said, you can make them double chests if you wish. So you do that for pretty much everything. Same thing on this side, you just continue it past here, have this here, and then your chest, and they'll all continue along the line. Obviously, the more you have, the slower it's going to take for it to go. Oh, and the last part of it is the light system. If you want to have this light system, there's a few more things you're going to have to add. Not that big a deal, as well as this right here. So then we have the dispensing light system thingamajig thing. Since this is going to be the last one to be powered because it is the furthest one away. Actually, technically this one's the furthest one away, but this is close enough. By the time it gets there, it should be good. So we just do this and run this along the top here and back to A. Actually, it would have to be here because we don't want it to interfere with anything. So it would run up to here, and make sure you use a repeater here just so that the doesn't actually interfere. Now if we do power this, it will not power this, you see, so it's all good. And that is that one right here. So if there is an item in this dispenser, the light will come on, and then once they press the button to dispense it, it'll come off. Now you guys may notice this is a little bit different than the one I created over there. That was kind of ad-libbing it. This one I really thought out a little bit more how the whole system should work and keep it compact as possible. And I obviously, of course, added this extra one. So it does look a little bit different, but the main subject is basically what I showed you. The only different thing is really the hopper configurations. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, and if you want more cool redstone things like this, definitely subscribe. I try to release them every so often. And I also wanted to mention I am super sorry for not uploading for probably the past 2 to 3 weeks. Just school started and some stuff has been happening. It's kind of been really busy, and I want to get back to a regular uploading schedule, so expect that sometime soon, if not already being back on my schedule now. So thank you so much, and goodbye.